Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Garrett's vlogs. And Garrett had a very good week. He got pretty good reps, something like 4 to 7 reps on all of his 1+ sets. So, I mean, he was pretty much on fire. Again, we can't ask for better than that. You really can't. So again, great work done. Absolutely great work done by him this week. So, as far as the training goes, because of that, because he got between 4 and 7 on everything, and we ran a 50, 60, 70% boring but big wave, and then a boring or first set last on his deadlifts. Next time we're going to go down because I'm increasing his training maxes on everything by anywhere between 5 and 15 pounds for his next block, right? Because he earned it, quite frankly. The lifts are going up. He's in a position where we can do that. And again, it's smaller increases on something like if you can only get 4 reps, I may sometimes even only keep him there, but I feel like with the bench, he'll be okay with a 5-pound bump on the training max. Things like the squat, though, I'm going to take it up 15 because he got 7 reps on his 1+ day. And I think he got something ridiculous like 11. So he went like 11 on the 5, 9 on the 3, and then 7 on the 1, right? That's too light of it. We need to bring that up. We need to bring that up. So I'm going to take it up like 15 pounds for him next time. And again, the benching is still the slowest for him, and it's just due to his structure. But notice we do extra pec work and stuff to help because for him, it really is just a chest limitation. His chest just has to get bigger. And of course, his back and everything is continuing to grow. Like he's getting thicker. We're putting on size. Squat's coming up, which means the legs are finally growing. But he's good at pull-ups. His deadlift is up over 400 now. So he's got back development, right? He's got back development. Like I said, his deadlift will be 500 this summer. By the end of this year, he'll be doing reps with 5 plates, right? He'll be doing triples with it. There's no doubt in my mind. As long as he continues to put in this level of work and we keep him dialed in. Of course, he's been bulking, but a lot of people are like, well, what's he weighing? Well, he's up to 218. He sent me a picture. So the only reason I know this week is because he sent me a photo of the scales. So, and I'm up to 218. Now, keeping in mind his height, he is like 6'4" or 6'5". I forget which of the two. He is tall. So 218 is not anywhere near the limits of his frame. Realistically, and this is where guys go, but we talk about that. No, we're talking about when people talk about you can gain this much muscle, they're talking about 5'6" guys. They don't mean guys over 6 foot ever. None of those estimates. Start doubling them. Right? You start seeing when someone says, well, average guy can probably gain 25 pounds of muscle. Okay, that's for short guys because the average man around the world is short. Average height in America is 5'9", which is what my height is. But around the world, most of our viewerships are shorter than that. So, if you're 5'5" or 5'6", 25 pounds of muscle is a good run of it. But when you're his height, easily 50 pounds. You can put on 50 pounds of muscle tissue completely drug-free. And that's assuming we're talking once you're down fairly lean, right? If you're bulked up, that lean mass can be even higher. And people forget that. When we start talking lean mass can go up as body fat goes up. And we know that from DEXA scans of really fat athletes and things, that is the case, right? Big difference. But in his case, even he's staying pretty lean. I mean, he's lean. Like you can see when he does his shirtless pull-ups here because it's still frozen in the frozen wasteland where he lives. So it's pretty cold in his garage. And we're not getting that much shirtless stuff. Occasionally a set here or there. But he's still pretty lean. He is at a very athletic body fat. Like he's not 20% or anything like that. He's down in the teens. In spite of, pretty serious bulk. I want to say we've probably put on, since I've been coaching him, I don't know, he could chime in maybe 15 pounds. But the overhead press, he got 5 reps with 150 pounds. right? 5. We get over to the deadlifting in a bit, and again, he gets 6 reps at 95% training max. So like 380. So what's his supplemental work looking like for everything? It's the same. I didn't change anything from last week. So if you saw the last vlog, you know what he does. We do pull-ups. We're doing dumbbell presses and some rear delt flies, which I'm going to pull the rear delt flies next block. I think they're redundant. With all the pull-ups and then these plate raises, they're redundant for him. He doesn't need them. Squat day, we just do goblet squats, right? Because again, keeping in mind, we do volume on the big 4. We do volume work. That's our main hypertrophy. People cannot forget that. You will get big on a boring but big template like this if you get your training maxes right and you do it all correctly. Most guys would get bigger and stronger off of just the big 4, the way they're programmed. Okay. So this extra supplemental work is to fill in all the gaps. So we do goblet squats and we do hanging leg raises on squat day. Overhead press day, again, we do more pull-ups. You guys are going to notice a trend. I'm a big fan of pull-ups for lifters who are strong enough to do them. Like if you could only do 5 pull-ups, I can't program a bunch of pull-ups for you. And yes, I generally favor pull-ups to chin-ups these days. I feel they're better for shoulder health. I feel they're better for back development. You know, you could do chins if you want some biceps, but they need to be done in addition to the pull-ups. Or, you know, you could do some curls, I suppose, if you're that concerned. But we do plate raises, and he does band press downs for his triceps. All right, so shoulders and triceps are worked on press day. And, you know, some people would say, well, why not more chest work if that's a weak link? Because we're pretty much at maximum recoverable volume. You know, he's doing 13 sets for his pecs on bench day. What are we going to do? Go to 20? I don't know. I don't know that that's a good idea for this lifter. All right? You got to watch that. You got to be very careful what lifts and muscle groups you start taking up to those sort of volumes. Because I have guys like Isaac who do 8 sets for his pecs and his bench is climbing as an advanced lifter. 8 sets a week. Right? He does, of course, delt and tricep work with that. But 8 sets. Just benching. So then his deadlift days, we don't do anything other than ab work. He does deadlifts and he does hanging leg raises. That's it. And his deadlift is still climbing. So he got 380 for 6 reps. He was less than a 400-pound puller, I think, not that long ago. Right? Shortly before these vlogs started. He couldn't pull 400 yet. He just hit 380 for 6. So, you know, that tells you where he's at. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.